Hello everyone. Having worked as a healthcare chaplain for the last 11 years or so, I've come to appreciate and to realise from a personal, pastoral and professional perspective the need to provide for all of us to provide and to contribute towards providing sufficient, proficient and competent spiritual and pastoral care and intervention at all stages of illness, but particularly at end-of-life care. Each of us, irrespective of our role and function within the overall multidisciplinary team, has a key and essential role to play in contributing towards the provision of spiritual and pastoral intervention to all of our patients, but especially at end-of-life care. The scenario that has been outlined to us in that interaction between patient, nurse and family member offers us a number of key insights into how we can all maybe become a little bit more attuned to the needs and the nuances of the people who are in our care. The people that I must say each of us are privileged to care for. And I think that's something that each of us must try to always remember. When we care for someone, we have been given the privilege to care for them. It is important, I think, as a healthcare chaplain, to outline to you the key role and function of a chaplain in the overall multidisciplinary team. A chaplain is an accredited, professionally trained individual who can provide and attend to providing care that is spiritual, emotional, pastoral, relational to each person, the patient, the family member and our staff colleagues. Chaplains provide care to patients, to people, to staff, irrespective of their belief tradition, their faith background or their cultural context. Chaplains can craft a space that is safe, sacred, authentic and real, during which time a person has the opportunity to explore key issues, key concerns, key feelings that they may be experiencing at this important time in their life. Meaning making and purpose finding is a key element of the human condition, and these become particularly acute during end-of-life stage. So the chaplain working with the patient, taking their lead and their lead only, are the conduit, the bridge, the person who can support an authentic reflection, an authentic conversation around these key issues for a person at end-of-life stage. I think we are also learning through the interaction between the patient, the family member and the nurse in the scenario of the need for all of us to work as a team. We can only work as a team only if we are working interconnectedly can we provide care that truly is holistic. We see in the video the nurse approaching the chaplain for support around how best to provide overall holistic care to the patient. No man is an island, to quote John Donne, so we work best when we work in community with each other. So I would encourage you to always lead into that multidisciplinary team concept so that patients are given the best experience of care that we as a healthcare system can provide to them at a very key, important, essential moment in their life. I think another insight that we gain here is the whole experience of pain. Sometimes I think we can think about pain solely as physical pain, But actually, pain comes in many different ways, such as emotional, spiritual, psychological, religious, existential, family pain, social pain. So it is important that we are attuned to that and aware of this reality so that we can continue working as an MDT with the best care and the best intentions for that person who is struggling and in pain. So it is important for all of us, whether we are the chaplain, the nurse, the doctor, or whoever on that multidisciplinary team, that we have the capacity to authentically listen, to listen to what is being said, to listen to what is being done, to listen to what is being shared around us, and to listen to what is not being said, so that we can truly offer an experience that is real, congruent, and authentic to the patients that we are privileged to minister to.
My name's Barbara Sweeney. I'm a nurse and I work in the Education Department of St Francis Hospice Dublin. So having watched that short video, what stands out to you? What would your takeaway messages be from watching that? What stood out to me was, first of all, holistic care. The idea that when we care for patients, we're not only caring for them physically, but we're also caring for them psychologically. And in Mary's case, it was that she was anxious or worried about her son John and how he was. We care for people socially, which would be reaching out to John and seeing how he's doing. And then spirituality and spiritual care being about what matters to the person, what's most important to them. And the nurse Adam had found that out, through assessing and having a conversation with Mary. He found out that this was really important. She was worried about her son. And the chaplain can't always be there. And I think this video demonstrated it very well that, even though the chaplain couldn't be there, Adam reached out to the chaplain as the nurse and got advice of how best to manage this situation. He had concerns about Mary's son John and about what Mary was worried about, and so he asked the chaplain for advice. So as a member of the MDT, we can all learn from each other and collaborate. I think that's a very important point in relation to this. And also by asking that question, what matters to you? That really important spiritual question, what's important to you? What matters? It really fuels connection with the individual that we're caring for. So the importance of highlighting that as part of this as well. So I hope that you have found this very short video helpful in some way of highlighting what was important in that video. If there's anything else I'd add, it would be that he made time to go to the chaplain and then they went somewhere and sat down and had a chat. Sometimes, these talks are better off not happening in a corridor. It's maybe sitting down and taking the time to do it and link in with the other team member. And there was one more point that came across in the video, which is the chaplains are also there for staff, that sometimes, we're human beings too and things can affect us. So it's nice that there's staff members there that we can link in with and talk to if we're struggling with situations, that something touches us maybe in a different way, that we know that there's members of staff that we can link in with also. So I hope you found that useful in some way. Thank you.